Hey guys, welcome to Series World. Today I'm going to explain a mystery thriller series called Behind Her Eyes from 2021. Turn on subtitles and spoilers ahead. The sixth episode opens with Louise going to meet Marianne. At first, Marianne doesn't want to talk about Adele, but Louise begs her to help her. They sit down with some tea, and Marianne starts telling her what happened. David was a regular customer in her cafe. He always looked very sad, and as someone becomes a regular customer, you get to know them or talk to them. So Marianne starts asking him why he looks so sad and everything. David asks her whether it's possible for someone to know everything that they shouldn't know, and also tells her how his partner has completely changed and become a new person. Marianne tells him not to adjust to someone in exchange for his happiness. The next day, Adele arrives at Marianne's door and starts threatening her to stay away from her husband, saying that he's only hers to have. Marianne is caught off guard by this and politely declines the accusations, but Adele goes full psycho on her, so Marianne closes the door in her face. That night, when Marianne comes back home, she can't find her cats at first. She also notices that one of the kitchen knives is gone, so she starts going upstairs. On the stairs, she finds a ripped cloth, and all the things have been messed up there. Most hauntingly, there's slut written on the wall in red ink or blood. Marianne's cat brushes past her, making her startle. Marianne hears a knock on the door, and it's none other than Adele. She gives her the knife back with a menacing smile. After this incident, David begs Marianne not to press charges. He is horrified by what happened, but not surprised. Honestly, he seems grateful that Marianne wasn't hurt. Lastly, she suggests Louise stay as far away from that family as possible. The scene cuts to Adele playing with her engagement ring in the house. Flashbacks start showing. Adele, David, and Rob are in the kitchen. Rob is preparing a fancy meal for them. They're chatting and laughing, but Adele and David are being all lovey-dovey and kissing each other. Rob feels like an outsider. Adele leaves to do some work, and David starts chatting with Rob. Rob tells him how he was worried about David, thinking he was only after Adele's money. But now, seeing him, Rob knows that's not the case. David is happy that Rob sees him in a positive light now. He pats Rob's shoulder and goes upstairs to Adele. They start making love. Meanwhile, Rob starts astral projecting, and his soul goes to Adele and David's room. He watches them and hurriedly comes back to his body. The scene cuts to Louise calling David's office from the metro. She lies to the assistant, saying she's Marianne and needs to discuss something serious with David. David goes to the said location and finds Louise waiting for him. He's frustrated seeing this, but Louise forces him to listen to her. Louise tells him that now she knows what kind of psycho Adele is. Moreover, she knows about Rob. David is shocked by how much Louise knows about Rob too, but he is more lost as to how Adele knew everything about Louise. David hesitates to discuss anything, but Louise pushes him to open up. A flashback starts showing David coming back to the mansion. Adele is hiding in a corner, waiting for him. Adele breaks it to him that she and Rob have been doing drugs in the house without him knowing. Rob was having a shitty life, so she pitied him and couldn't kick him out. But today, he overdosed and died. David is very upset, as this is news to him, but more confused as to why Adele didn't call the police. Adele tells him that his watch fell inside the well with Rob. Adele and David then go into the woods near the well. At present, David is telling Louise that he tried to leave Adele multiple times but couldn't. Moreover, she threatened him that if he leaves, she'll tell the police that he killed Rob. David is now thanking Louise for sending the letter to the investigator because now he's got the courage to do what he should have done long ago. David decides to go to Scotland and tell them everything. After that, Louise is seen picking Adam up from school. She tells him that he's going to spend the night with his dad today as she has some work to do. Louise drops him at Ian's place and goes to her apartment. She starts talking, addressing Adele, whose soul is in Louise's apartment right now. She asks Adele whether she's there. Louise then gets a call from Adele, asking whether she called for her. Louise asks her why she lied to her. Adele's excuse is that she was lonely and thought Louise was also like her, so she wanted her to hate David and love her the most. But Louise believed her. How could she ruin it? While talking, Louise also tells her about contacting the investigator, plus the fact that David knows everything now and is headed to Scotland to tell them everything. Hearing this, Adele starts freaking out and stops her kind, pitiful woman act, screaming on the phone. Her breaths get erratic, and she's constantly yelling at Louise. Louise is taken aback by this and cuts the call. A flashback starts showing Rob doing drugs in the tub. Adele comes to the bathroom with a wooden box and gives it to him to keep his drugs inside. Rob tells her about his decision to leave the mansion for good, because he's feeling like a third wheel between them. But before leaving, he tells Adele that they should try something new other than just astral projecting. The scene cuts to Adele writing a note. In it, she admits that she was the one who put Rob's body inside the well, and that David has nothing to do with it. It all started with a fire. So Adele has decided to end everything in fire. After writing the note, Adele does more drugs and prepares to start the fire. Meanwhile, Louise is worried sick in her house. She gets a text from Adele asking her to remember her as her friend, because she has decided to end things and let David go. Louise panics, remembering her mom's death. She takes a taxi and goes to Adele's house, but it's locked from the inside. Louise can't find a way to get in, so she tries astral projecting inside the house. While Louise's soul is away from her body, trying to wake Adele, Adele's soul enters Louise's body. Adele, now in Louise's body, gets inside the house while Louise's soul is in Adele's body. Adele, as Louise, tells Louise, in Adele's body, that she won't let her take David away from her. So this is the end for her. Then, Adele, as Louise, injects a lethal dose of drugs into Louise, in Adele's body. Louise begs her to stop, but Adele doesn't listen. After she's done, Adele drags Louise's limp body out of the house. The scene changes to Adele, as Louise, going back to Louise's apartment. She takes a shower and practices acting like the real Louise. The next day, she picks Adam up from his dad's house. Ian quickly notices something's wrong with how Louise is behaving. She's not acting like herself. He asks her about it, and she responds rudely. Even Adam, who was excited to see his mom, stops, confused. Adele, as Louise, takes Adam. Later, she meets David, who is happy that everything is over. He hugs and kisses her. A flashback shows Adele and Rob switching bodies. They wake up in each other's bodies. Adele, now in Rob's body, immediately feels sick, unused to a drug-addicted body. She begs Rob in her body to swap back, but he injects her with more drugs just like she did to Louise. Adele, in Rob's body, pleads with him, but he continues. After that, he drags her limp body and throws it into the well. We then see all the times Rob was obsessing over David, how he was jealous of Adele, who had everything, including a handsome boyfriend like David. At present, Rob, now in Louise's body, is marrying David. They share vows. After the wedding, they go on a drive with Adam. David is happy, making plans with Louise, who keeps forgetting to include Adam. When David asks where they should go for their honeymoon, Adam tries to speak, but Louise cuts him off, suggesting a Caribbean cruise. Adam, who was already depressed, is now confused because Louise never liked boats. He blurts this out. Rob, as Louise, gives him a menacing look with a fake smile and says, "I've changed." That's how the series ends, with a massive twist. To watch more explanations of these kinds of series, click on the videos on your screen. And don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comments down below. And at last, thanks for watching.